Are you experiencing nagging back or hip pain? Got 5 minutes? That's all you need in order to ease low back and hip pain, release tension, and start moving more comfortably. In this video, I'll guide you through 5 simple stretches you can do anywhere to help your hips and low back feel better fast. If living free of pain equates to a better life for you, keep watching and find out what you can do to live your best life. Welcome to Better Mobility, Better Life, where you can learn how to break mental and physical barriers to become a better athlete, a more functional human, and how to age with grace using physical therapy techniques. Hey friends, it's Dr. Linz, and in this episode, I'm gonna give you 5 stretches that you can do quickly in order to start and end your day on the right notes. All right, if you have been having hip or low back pain, don't ignore it. Take 5 minutes both morning and evening to give your body a little love, and it will make you feel better. I know that may mean having to wake up 5 minutes earlier and taking some time to wind down before you fall asleep, but it will help to relax your muscles and it will also help your stress levels. Here are 5 stretches that you can do in order to release tight muscles and decrease the stress in your body. Okay, for the first stretch, we're gonna do a figure 4 stretch, and this is really good for the side of the hip and the low back. So you're going to lay down and you're going to cross one ankle over your opposite knee. So I'm gonna show you 2 different versions. So if you don't have great flexibility in that hip, what you can do is you can take your hand and you can push that knee down, and you should feel a nice stretch through the side of your hip. You may feel it in the low back as well. So with this stretch, I would hold for 30 seconds and I would do this 3 times on each side. If you don't get much of a stretch here, what I would then do is grab your opposite thigh and bring it up towards your chest, and then you should feel a nice stretch in either that glute or the side of the hip. You might feel it in that low back. Again, you're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds and you're gonna perform this 3 times on each side. All right, for the second stretch, what you're going to do is you're going to go again on your back, and this time I'm gonna have you extend one leg out, and I'm gonna have you bring your knee up towards your opposite shoulder, and then you're just going to rotate your spine. So here you should feel a nice stretch in that low back. You might feel it in that hip too. You can kind of play with that knee location to see if you want to bring it up or down. And of course, you're going to do this on both sides. So hold for 20, 30 seconds, and I would do 3 on each side with this. And then go ahead and switch legs. If you start getting some pain in that low back, I would just hold off. You can modify it a little bit by just bringing both legs over to the side and see if that gives you a little less pressure through that spine or that low back. For the next stretch, we're gonna stretch out our hamstrings. So if you have a belt at home, you can loop it around. You might use a dog leash or a rope as well, and you're going to put it around that foot. You're going to lay on down, and if you have a lot of back pain, I would suggest keeping your opposite foot bent so that you keep your back nice and flat on the mat, and then you're gonna lift that leg up in the air, and you should feel a nice stretch through the back of the leg or the calf muscle, depending on where you get the most tightness. So I'm gonna have you hold it here for 30 seconds, and I want you to do 3 of these on each side. For the next stretch, it's called the cat-cow, and it's really good for low back mobility. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your back up and your chin down to your chest, rounding that back, holding for about 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna have you go the opposite direction where you arch that back, you bring that belly button down to the mat, and then I'm gonna have you look up. So again, hold for about 5 seconds, and then I want you to do anywhere from 5 to 10 of these, just where it feels good. Try to get as much of a stretch as you can. If you're experiencing any pain anywhere, then just modify it by not going so deep into the arches. And then what you can do to progress this is go into a little child's pose. So just make sure that your knees are far apart, and you're gonna just sink those hips back and walk your arms out. Tuck that shin down towards your chest and hold it for about 15 seconds. If you can do 3 of these, that should help to really release that low back and those hips. For this next exercise, it's going to stretch out your hip flexors. So this is a standing hip flexor stretch. What you're going to do is you're going to get into a lunge position where you have one foot in front of the other, and you're going to bend your front knee, keep that back leg nice and straight. It's okay for your heel to come up off the mat, and what you're gonna do is engage the abdominals, engage that core, and you're gonna just shift your weight forward just nice and easy, and you should feel a really good stretch in the front part of your hip. If you start feeling anything in that low back, that means that you're not engaging that core enough, and so I would recommend trying to really tighten to move that pelvis underneath you, and you should feel a good stretch. Here, hold for about 20 to 30 seconds and do 3 of these on each side. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can take that arm of the leg that is back and move it up and then over, and you should feel a nice big stretch along the side of your body. Just 5 minutes a day of these stretches can make a noticeable difference in hip and low back comfort and mobility. Start slowly, breathe deeply, and pay attention to how your body feels. Remember, consistency is key when performing stretches and working on mobility. Also, with deep breathing, it should decrease stress, which in turn will help to decrease muscle hypertonicity or the tightness in the muscles. Please note that this information is purely educational and not medical advice. There are many causes to hip and low back pain, so use this as a guide. If your pain persists, I advise you to see your trusted physical therapist. If you found these stretches helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to Better Mobility, Better Life, and share this with somebody who might be dealing with hip or low back pain. Until next time, move better, feel better, and live better.